In the stillness of the universe, before the dawn of time and space, there whispered a story waiting to unfold. Welcome, wisdom seeker, to a journey not merely through the annals of history, but into the heart of mystery itself. Here, in the cradle of civilization, ancient Greece stands as a beacon of wisdom, a testament to humanity's quest for understanding and meaning. Amidst its towering mountains, beneath its azure skies, Greece was a canvas upon which the most extraordinary tales were painted. These were not just stories, wisdom seeker, but myths, the breath of the gods themselves, whispered into the ears of mortals. Myths are the mirrors reflecting the fears, desires, and wonders of human existence, draped in the cloak of divine intrigue. They are the bridges between the seen and the unseen, the known and the unknowable. A myth, dear wisdom seeker, is more than a tale of gods and monsters. It is a vessel of timeless wisdom, a beacon guiding humanity through the ages. Myths carry the weight of ancestral knowledge, each story a coded message, a lesson from the past that illuminates the path to our inner selves. They are the threads from which the fabric of our collective consciousness is woven, connecting us to the very essence of what it means to be human. As we stand on the threshold of this ancient world, let us approach with hearts open and minds eager for the wisdom of the ages. Let us marvel at the mysteries, celebrate the triumphs, and learn from the tragedies of those who walked the earth before us. For in their stories, we find the reflection of our own journey, a journey that seeks to answer the eternal question: what does it mean to be human? Join me, wisdom seeker, as we step into the realm of gods and heroes, where each myth is a key to unlocking the secrets of the human spirit. Let us embark on this journey with a sense of wonder, for within these ancient myths lies the wisdom of the ages, waiting to be discovered. Before we embark on today's journey of enlightenment, remember to join our community of curious minds by subscribing to Trail of Wisdom. Let's ensure you never miss a step on this path to knowledge. Are you ready? Let's dive in. In the beginning, there was chaos, a vast, yawning abyss where time and space lay dormant, wrapped in the shroud of eternity. This was not a realm of disorder as we know it, wisdom seeker, but the primal state of existence from which all life would spring. Imagine a canvas untouched by the painter's brush, a silence poised to be broken by the first note of a symphony. It was from this infinite void that the first deities emerged, shaping the cosmos through their desires and conflicts. Gaia, the earth, emerged as the solid foundation of all creation. She was the embodiment of stability and nurturing, the ground upon which all life would flourish. With her, the sky, Uranus, stretched out to embrace Gaia in a perpetual union, creating the first horizon that separated the heavens from the earth. This union was the dawn of creation, marking the beginning of time and the birth of the Titans, the first gods who would become the architects of the universe. But creation was not a peaceful process. It was marked by strife and upheaval, as the Titans challenged their parents for supremacy of the cosmos. This celestial drama set the stage for the themes of conflict and resolution that would echo through Greek mythology. From this primordial clash, the world as we know it began to take shape. Mountains rose to touch the sky, seas filled the basins of the earth, and the first stirrings of life whispered in the wind. Among the Titans, Prometheus and Epimetheus were tasked with populating the earth with creatures. Prometheus, whose name means forethought, gifted these beings with various attributes: strength, speed, and cunning. Yet it was humanity that received his greatest gift: fire. This act of defiance against Zeus, the king of the gods, symbolizes the spark of knowledge and civilization, setting humans apart from all other creatures. The creation myth encapsulates not just the origins of the world, but the essence of Greek thought, a universe born from chaos, shaped by conflict, and inhabited by beings both divine and mortal, each playing a role in the grand narrative of existence. It speaks to the human condition, our quest for knowledge, and the eternal cycle of creation and destruction. In the annals of Greek myths, the story of Pandora's box stands as a cautionary tale about curiosity, disobedience, and the unintended consequences of human actions. But beyond its warning lies a deeper narrative about hope and humanity's resilience in the face of adversity. Pandora, whose name means all gifted, was the first woman on Earth, crafted from clay by the hands of Hephaestus, the god of craftsmanship, at the behest of Zeus, the king of the gods. Each deity bestowed upon her unique gifts: beauty from Aphrodite, persuasion from Hermes, and curiosity from Hera, among others. Pandora was a masterpiece of divine artistry, a blend of divine attributes in mortal form. Yet, her most controversial gift was a jar, often misinterpreted as a box, given by Zeus himself, with strict instructions never to open it. The tale of Pandora and her jar is a reflection on the dual nature of gifts from the gods. Zeus's motive was to exact revenge on humanity for the theft of fire by Prometheus, intending Pandora as a vessel of divine retribution. Her curiosity, instilled by the gods, led her to open the jar, releasing into the world all manner of evils: sickness, despair, malice, and a host of other misfortunes that plague humanity to this day. It was only when Pandora, in horror, managed to close the jar that one element remained inside: hope. The release of evils from Pandora's jar is often interpreted as the moment when innocence was lost and hardship entered human life. Yet, the retention of hope inside the jar offers a profound counterpoint to the tale's tragedy. It suggests that despite the myriad challenges that beset humanity, hope remains ever present, a divine light that cannot be extinguished, even in the darkest of times. The myth of Pandora's box serves as a meditation on the complexities of life and the human condition. It acknowledges the inevitable presence of suffering in the world, but simultaneously affirms the power of hope to sustain and drive humanity forward. In the tapestry of Greek mythology, few threads are as rich and as deeply colored as the story of Persephone and Hades. This is not just a tale of abduction and despair, but a profound narrative of love, loss, and the eternal cycle of life and death. It's a myth that reflects the natural rhythms of the earth and the human heart, resonating with the themes of rebirth and the duality of existence. Persephone, the daughter of Demeter, the goddess of the harvest, was the embodiment of the earth's fertility and grace. Her beauty was such that it caught the eye of Hades, the lord of the underworld, a realm where souls of the departed resided. Hades, often portrayed as a somber but not unjust deity, was struck by an overwhelming love for Persephone. Unable to resist his desire, he emerged from his shadowy domain, abducting Persephone to make her his queen, thus setting the stage for a saga that would intertwine the destinies of the mortal and divine. The abduction of Persephone was a moment that shook the heavens and the earth. Demeter, in her grief, withdrew her bounty from the world. Crops failed, and the land became barren, a reflection of her own barren heart without her daughter. The once lush and vibrant earth turned into a desolate wasteland, echoing Demeter's sorrow. This period of mourning symbolizes the winter months when the earth lies dormant, awaiting the return of warmth and life. The gods, concerned by the imbalance brought about by Persephone's absence, intervened. A compromise was struck. Persephone would spend part of the year with Hades in the underworld, and the remainder with Demeter on the earth's surface. This division of time between the depths of the underworld and the light of the world above gave rise to the seasons. Spring and summer would mark Persephone's time on earth, her reunion with her mother bringing life and abundance. Fall and winter, however, would signify her return to Hades, a time of death and renewal as the earth rests and prepares for the cycle to begin anew. The myth of Persephone and Hades is a poignant exploration of the delicate balance between light and darkness, joy and sorrow, life and death. It teaches us about the inevitable transitions of life, the importance of compromise, and the enduring power of love. Persephone's journey between the worlds of the living and the dead represents the human soul's journey through life's trials and tribulations, reminding us that after every period of darkness, there is light, and with every ending, a new beginning. In the labyrinthine tales of Greek mythology, the story of Theseus and the Minotaur stands as a monument to heroism, ingenuity, and the quest to confront one's fears. This myth, set against the backdrop of the ancient city of Athens and the mysterious island of Crete, weaves a narrative rich in adventure, danger, and the triumph of the human spirit over seemingly insurmountable challenges. The Minotaur, a creature with the body of a man and the head of a bull, was born of Queen Pasiphae of Crete's union with a divine bull, a union cursed by the gods. This monstrous offspring, a symbol of Crete's power and a reminder of its divine favor, was confined within the labyrinth. an elaborate maze designed by the genius architect Daedalus. Here, the Minotaur was appeased with a grim tribute. Every 9 years, 14 Athenian youths were sent into the labyrinth as sacrifice, a fate from which none had ever returned. Enter Theseus, Prince of Athens, a hero not by birth but by deeds. Driven by a sense of justice and a burning desire to end this cruel tribute, Theseus volunteered to be one of the sacrificial youths, vowing to slay the Minotaur and free Athens from its bondage to Crete. His father, King Aegeus, heartbroken at the prospect of losing his son to the labyrinth, made Theseus promise to sail back with white sails if he were victorious, as a sign of his safe return. Upon arriving in Crete, Theseus caught the eye of Princess Ariadne, who, struck by love, provided him with a ball of thread and a sword. The thread, she explained, was to guide him back from the depths of the labyrinth, a symbol of hope and wisdom in the face of confusion and despair. The sword was for the battle ahead, a testament to the courage required to face one's demons. Theseus entered the labyrinth with the thread in hand, weaving his way through the dark, twisted paths that mirrored the complexities of the human psyche. In the heart of this maze, he encountered the Minotaur. A battle ensued, a clash of brute strength and human resolve. Theseus emerged victorious, using his cunning and the strength granted to him by his divine heritage and human will. The return journey of Theseus was marked by both triumph and tragedy. In his haste and the intoxication of victory, he forgot to hoist the white sails, leading his father, King Aegeus, to believe his son had perished. In despair, Aegeus threw himself into the sea, which would henceforth be known as the Aegean Sea, in his memory. The myth of Theseus and the Minotaur is a rich tapestry of themes and symbols, exploring the journey from adolescence to adulthood, the confrontation with our inner beasts, and the triumph of light over darkness. It teaches us about the importance of wisdom, courage, and the willingness to face the unknown, guided by the threads of love and support from those who believe in us. The tale of Hercules and his 12 labors stands as one of the most celebrated sagas within Greek mythology, a testament to strength, perseverance, and the human spirit's capacity for redemption. Born of Zeus and a mortal woman, Hercules was bestowed with strength unparalleled. Yet his life was far from easy. It was a journey marked by trials, both external and internal, that would ultimately define his legacy. Hercules' story begins in tragedy. Driven mad by Hera, Zeus's wife, who was consumed with jealousy, Hercules was tricked into committing an unforgivable act against his own family. In the aftermath, seeking atonement and guided by the Oracle of Delphi, Hercules was placed under the service of King Eurystheus, who would devise 10 labors, later expanded to 12, as a penance for Hercules' actions. These labors were not mere tasks, but epic challenges that tested the limits of his strength, courage, and wisdom. 1. The Nemean Lion. Hercules' first task was to slay the lion whose hide was impervious to weapons. Hercules defeated the beast with his bare hands, a symbol of overcoming seemingly invincible challenges through determination and ingenuity. 2. The Lernaean Hydra, a serpent with 9 heads, each capable of regenerating and multiplying. Hercules, with the help of his nephew Iolaus, used fire to prevent the heads from growing back, teaching us that creativity and teamwork are essential in facing complex problems. 3. The Ceryneian Hind. Capturing this sacred and swift deer alive for Eurystheus reminded Hercules of the virtues of patience and respect for the divine. 4. The Erymanthian Boar. The capture of this fearsome beast symbolized Hercules' ability to harness brute force with strategic thought. 5. The Augean Stables. Cleaning the stables of King Augeas in a single day, Hercules rerouted 2 rivers, illustrating that even the most mundane tasks can be accomplished with cleverness. 6. The Stymphalian Birds. Hercules used castanets to frighten and then dispatch these man-eating birds, showing the power of innovation in overcoming challenges. 7. The Cretan Bull. Subduing the bull that terrorized Crete, Hercules demonstrated that courage and persistence could subdue even the wildest of natures. 8. The Mares of Diomedes. Taming the man-eating horses of Diomedes taught the lesson that the savagery of untamed passions must be controlled. 9. The Belt of Hippolyta. This task, which involved obtaining the belt of the Amazon Queen, highlights the themes of diplomacy and the complexities of heroism and villainy. 10. The cattle of Geryon. Hercules' journey to the edge of the world to fetch these cattle showed that no distance is too far in the quest for redemption. 11. The apples of the Hesperides. Retrieving these golden apples, Hercules had to navigate the realms of gods and monsters, learning that sometimes indirect methods are necessary to achieve one's goals. 12. The capture of Cerberus. The final labor, bringing the guard dog of the underworld to the surface, symbolized Hercules' conquest over death itself, a reminder of the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Each labor of Hercules offers a rich narrative filled with symbolism, from the struggle against insurmountable odds to the quest for redemption and the search for meaning in suffering. Hercules' labors teach us about the virtues of strength and perseverance, the importance of wit and wisdom, and the power of forgiveness and redemption. As our journey through the ancient myths of Greece comes to a close, Wisdom Seeker, we find ourselves at the end of a path woven with tales of heroism, love, tragedy, and triumph. Each myth, from the creation of the world to the labors of Hercules, serves as a mirror reflecting the complexities of the human condition, the eternal struggle between chaos and order, and the quest for understanding in a world filled with mystery and wonder. These stories, passed down through the ages, are not merely relics of a bygone era but living narratives that continue to shape our perception of courage, sacrifice, and the indomitable spirit of humanity. They teach us that within each of us lies the potential for greatness, the strength to face our darkest fears, and the capacity to find hope in the bleakest of circumstances. In the tales of gods and heroes, we are reminded of the importance of wisdom, the value of perseverance, and the power of love to transcend the boundaries of the mortal world. We learn that every challenge is an opportunity for growth, that every trial is a forge for our character, and that every story holds a lesson waiting to be discovered. As you walk forth from this journey, Wisdom Seeker, carry with you the lessons of these ancient myths. Let them be a lantern in the dark, guiding you through your own labors and trials. Remember that, like the heroes of old, you are the author of your own story, capable of overcoming adversity, achieving greatness, and finding your place in the tapestry of the universe. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the heart of Greek mythology. May the wisdom of the ancients inspire you, guide you, and illuminate your path as you continue your quest for knowledge and understanding. Until we meet again, Wisdom Seeker, may your journey be filled with enlightenment, courage, and a never-ending thirst for wisdom. Farewell, and may the gods of old watch over you. Don't forget to subscribe so you can find out more in our channel.